Greetings, dear ones, and welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome to this very first video of 2025. So today I want to speak about a topic that I had a question in the comment field from one of you, and she asked, how do we stay connected to the heart? So this is a topic that in the spiritual community we talk about very much, about staying connected to the heart, being in the presence of love and so on. And she said, how can we know how to do to break through? And that's a big one. And I decided to make a video out of that question instead of answering in the comment field. And it's of course easier said than done because it takes practice. Most of us are very used to be in the mind, used to live life through thoughts. So we have the mental body that has to do with our mental programs, our thinking, our opinions. And the mental program, the mental body affects the emotional body. And so when we think certain thoughts, when there are conscious or subconscious programs, mental programs running in our system, through our minds, it triggers certain emotions. So most people are in that loop of thinking, of thoughts, and the triggering of emotions. And none of those states has anything to do with the heart, the awareness of presence, of love, of staying connected to the heart. So it does take practice to move beyond that loop of thinking, of emotions, of triggers, of patterns, mental patterns. And I would say that all of my transmissions, all of what I'm putting out here aims to take us beyond, even if I do talk about it directly or not. Everything we do, even when I'm talking to you right now, my voice, the place from where I speak from, that connection carries vibration, carries codes of awakening. So it's not just when the actual transmission starts, light language, Reiki transmission. It is right now as well, for us to wake up, for you to move beyond that loop to a place where we experience presence. Some people call it the presence of peace, connected to the light, the higher self, to spirit, to the true self, connected to the heart, to love. It's the same. It has different wordings, right? And so what I want to do right now is to just sit with you, and together we will go to that place. We will sink in beyond the rise and fall of emotions, our thoughts, to the place where we are connected to truth, where we stay connected to love. And that state is a place where we don't judge ourselves, the world, or anyone. Where we can experience ourselves as at peace, no matter what is going on within or without. Where we know the essence of love, that we are love, that it's what we are. It's not something. Love cannot be cultivated from the mind. It's not ours just because we receive it from another or that we give it to another. It's just a state of being. And I would say, as I had repeated many times, that a daily practice of silencing the mind, or I would rather frame it as moving beyond the mind, the triggers, the rise and fall of emotions, physical sensations, is everything if you want to practice self-awareness, if you want to come to know who you are. And you cannot know who you are if you are disconnected from the heart. And by doing that, having this daily practice, it is so much more easier in times where we feel challenged to learn how to discern what is me in this, what is my energy in this, what is someone else's energy, what is my triggers in this, and what is truth. So many people, they confuse intuition with triggers, with the effects of trauma. So we cannot learn how to discern if we are in a constant place of the battlefield or the playground of trauma. We need to come to a neutral place, and that is in the heart. So without further ado, I would love to invite you right now to come sit comfortably and just relax. For some people, they prefer to lay down. For most people, when we lay down, we let go of that focused awareness and we just drift off. That's something else. That is relaxation. That is not meditation. So this practice, you can do it for a longer period of time or just a shorter one when you need to come back to that heart connection. So right now, and why I choose to correct myself when I said silencing the mind, it is the mind's job is to be active, is thinking. So when we try to get rid of thoughts, that is a trap in itself. But when we can start by right now just observing what is going on within, and to make it more clear if you are upset. So most of us recognize that we are disconnected from the heart, right? From love, from peace, when we are upset about something. So if you, for example, are upset right now, just become aware of the thoughts, the quality of the thoughts that runs through your mind. The first step is to not to judge. Just look at them and just become aware of that you are occupied by the mind. There is judgment about a person, yourself, a situation, the world, the condition in the world right now. Just look at it. you can imagine you being in the water. And just imagine that you have the ability to breathe under the water, under the surface. And right now, you are at the surface and there are big waves. There is this storm going on, there are ships. And all of this is your thoughts, your emotions, your triggers. Everything is going on the surface. The waves goes high, there are big ships. It is windy and you want to just let go and allow yourself to drop, sink deeper into the ocean. You are completely safe. You don't need to change anything that is going on the surface. It is what it is. And it is perfect as it is. But it's not a comfortable place to be in right now. So you allow yourself to relax. You allow your body to relax. And to sink deeper and deeper. And you feel safe. As you move away from the surface, deeper into the ocean where there are stillness, tranquility, peace. And you can see, you can still watch what is going on a surface level. But you are not in it anymore. You don't fight it, you don't try to deal with it in any way. And that is an important part of this. You don't try to deal with anything about in this. You don't try to deal with your thoughts and your triggers. You just let them go. You don't follow that thought. You choose to drop it. Whatever emotion is present right now, you allow it to be. You don't resist it. How do we let go of resistance? We relax the body, we relax the mind. If there is a thought that you are aware of, just let it go. And now you are dropping into the heart, dropping from the mind into the heart. When we talk about the heart, we talk about the place beyond thinking. Where there are stillness, no judgment. Let everything rest for now and come to a place where all is good. And recognize that what is not good is in your mind right now and let it go. So when you find yourself in a situation of distress, challenged in any way, and you can move beyond from just right now trying to fix that situation and come to a place of awareness, of expansion, of peace. That is an act of self-love. That is when we are connected to love, to the heart. By slowing down the breath, you are equally slowing down the thinking process. They are connected. That is the only way to slow down the mind, to slow down the breath. Drop any thoughts that comes to your awareness. They are not important. We allow thoughts to be far more important than they are. And many of us has created an addiction to thinking, to thoughts. We need to choose to let them go. This takes practice. And you will start to find there is a gap between thinking, between your thoughts. Allow that gap to expand. Become present in that gap. Allow peace. And when we move beyond thoughts, you will start to recognize what I would call serenity, a presence of light, of peace, and of love. It's very subtle, much more subtle than the thinking, than the triggers it is beyond. Everything just is. And when you allow everything to be as it is, you are at peace. And from here you can just allow your energy bodies to expand further. When we are in thinking, our energy bodies are contracted because we are trying to control from the mind. This is to surrender, this is to just let go. Equally relax the brain, the mind. Keep dropping any thoughts. If there are any thoughts of I seem to be doing this right, I seem to be doing this wrong, notice that there are labeling, judgment, and let go. This state is a state of deep relaxation and an alertness. You are present with every fiber in your being. You are here now. As you practice this, you will become more aware of the frequencies in your body, the frequency that your heart emits. You may feel it as a tingling, a buzzing, or just an experience of love, or peace, of joy. of bliss, even serenity, just the presence of you arriving. Where you just look at everything as it is, not from your personality, not from your human self, not from a state of opinions. This is good, this is bad, this needs to change, this needs to be better or different. Nothing of that matters. Nothing matters. Because you will start to feel the connection and the presence of your true self, who knows this reality and who knows it as an illusion, as an effect of our inner state, the mental state, as a reflection. And that version of you, that part of you, knows that you are connected to all there is, to God, to the light, and knows that all is good. And allow right now that knowing to flow through you, to emanate through you. This is love. This is where you are connected to the heart. This knowing is love, not the romantic love that we are programmed with, giving, receiving, taking, being without, needing, begging for. But the presence of truth is love. The knowing that all is good. All is one. That is how and through the way in which you become whole within. This wholeness will be reflected without. If you wish peace to the world, come to a place at peace, where you are at peace, no matter what is going on in your life. You cannot affect or change anything to the better if you are not coming from a place of peace, of non-conflict within. If thoughts are occurring, let them go. Don't judge yourself, don't blame yourself for picking up thoughts. Just choose differently, let them go. Release any tension in your body. Smile softly, that communicates to your brain that all is well. This is an empowered state of being. This is a place from where you can create change. Here you are open to a higher timeline. From here you are at a much higher frequency than any problem, challenge you are facing, within or without. And from here they will transmute. So will the external conflicts that you are observing as well. This is to be heart present, to stay connected to the heart, to be connected to the heart. And when we stay connected to the heart, we choose to return to this state, this place, again and again, no matter what. Nothing outside of you is an excuse big enough for you to move out of peace. You are going, of course, to leave peace for conflict. But as soon as we are aware, can we choose to come back to this place, to go through this process? We can make it even longer or shorter. The more you practice, the more you will be able to snap back quickly. Because your system will recognize this as home, this as your natural state of being. And when you are getting used to it, being out of it, moving away from this state equals suffering, will create pain in your body, in your mind, in your emotions, because this is our natural state. And we need to have the willingness. Am I judging anyone or anything right now? Can I come back to a place of peace, of love, of acceptance, not by thought, but moving beyond? And if you find that helpful, you can use that image of you moving away from the surface, resting peacefully at the bottom of the ocean, far above you. You can see the surface moving, the waves and the ships, but you are not affected by what is going on a surface level. You are beyond, just watching, noticing that you are at peace. That whatever is going on the surface has nothing to do with you or with who you are. That is when you come to know yourself, and you will discover a whole new universe. And a couple of last moments. Let's just be in this space together. This is salvation, dear ones. And you are your own savior. I hope that this has been helpful. Keep coming back. We need you as your true self, connected to the heart. Thank you, dear one. Blessings.